This week marks 60 years since the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Two Northeast Ohio men are forever connected to that terrible day in Dallas, Texas. Tonight we hear from retired Judge Burt Griffin, who as a young attorney played an important role investigating the motive behind Kennedy's killing. Leon-Bibb reports.
He is retired now from a long career as a Cuyahoga-County Common Pleas Court judge, but will always be linked to the investigation of the assassination of an American president. Burt Griffin, who lives quietly in suburban Cleveland, remembers the horror he felt on the day America was changed in a matter of seconds.
As I step onto the elevator, somebody says, "Kennedy's been shot in Dallas."
In Cleveland that day, Burt Griffin, like most of the world, shuddered with the news the president had been assassinated by a gunman perched high above the Dallas, Texas presidential motorcade route. At the time, Cleveland's Burt Griffin had no idea he would soon be tapped to investigate the assassination.
And they were looking for people who had some background, some experience in the criminal practice, and I had been an assistant U.S. attorney prosecuting criminal cases in Cleveland.
In January 1964, Griffin, as an investigator, joined the Warren Commission, led by Chief Justice Earl Warren. Prime evidence was the amateur movie film of motorcade spectator Abe Zapruder. The film captured the tragic 6 seconds when 3 shots were fired, 2 of them hitting the nation's 35th president and Texas Governor John Connally. The times were different in 1963, indicated by the president riding in an open-top car along a route of tens of thousands of people.
Secret Service agents, police officers and whatnot were not even looking up in the windows of these buildings along the motorcade route.
From the Texas Book Depository building, overlooking the motorcade, the fatal shots came. Lee Harvey Oswald was quickly arrested not far away. He was tied to the rifle used. In the following exhaustive investigation, Oswald would be identified by the Warren Commission as the lone assassin. But within hours of his arrest, he shouted he was, in his words, a patsy framed by someone.
Because he had defected to the Soviet Union.
For decades, Burt Griffin has been so moved by his work investigating the assassination, he has written the new expansive book on it. In it, Griffin writes of the intense times, a presidential assassination, actual film of it, the confused scene at the hospital where Kennedy is taken, the circus atmosphere around the Dallas police station where Oswald is questioned, and at the police station where security was so lax that Jack Ruby was able to casually walk in with a gun. At the time, Oswald was paraded before live television news cameras. Ruby fires, and the world is watching.
So the assassin is assassinated. That's why people think conspiracy.
Right, exactly.
Fueling Ruby's murder of Oswald was an anti-Kennedy advertisement in the Dallas newspaper that November 22nd that was signed by someone using a name Ruby thought to be that of a Jew. In his mind, Ruby, a Jew, draws a connection from the ad to the assassination. In Ruby's mind, he must save the names of Jews because
he thinks the Jews are going to be blamed for the assassination of the president.
In the comfort of his suburban Cleveland home, long retired from the Cuyahoga-County Common Pleas Court bench, Judge Burt Griffin is never far from thoughts of the assassination of President Kennedy 60 years ago. There have been dozens of conspiracy theories on the assassination, including those put forth in Hollywood movies, but Griffin gives them no consideration. That the lone gunman was Lee Harvey Oswald, the same Oswald who never went to trial for killing President Kennedy because Oswald was assassinated himself. For 3 News, I'm Leon-Bibb.
And earlier this week, we shared our interview with Paul Landis, former Secret Service agent who was on the president's detail that day. He claims to have found a bullet in the Kennedy limousine that had not been previously disclosed. You can find that interview on WKYC.com.